Guys, welcome to Listowel. This is like a town, probably like a few minutes away from Kitchener, Waterloo, Cambridge, if you're wondering. This was an old retirement residence to begin with. You can see remnants of the old equipment here. You know, the place was dilapidated. There was a lot of mold, and it's just like, it was disgusting when we saw it. So of course, everybody left, and here we are renovating the complete place. We're gonna turn this place around, hopefully add some more density, and get the place fully turnkey and done up and properly managed. So we'll have an on-site property manager. The reason why I know it's good is because across the street, there is already a retirement residence, and there's no vacancies at all. Yeah, it's completely full, and there's people living in there right now.
So this is going to be the first of its kind health standard retirement home. The reason why we actually did this was because we saw that, retirement homes, when we're speaking to the people the residents inside of it, they're just telling us that it's a place for them to die. The energy is very, there's no energy behind it, right? So that's why we're building this in order for us to be able to change that energy, for them to be able to celebrate the last part of their life. So this is going to include things like, a deprivation tank. We're going to have, different wellness and treatment methods. One of the cool things that we're going to also include in this is also a biometric watch, right? That is going to monitor all their vital signs. And so like if something goes wrong with them, it's actually going to push notify to our admin, and then we're going to know how to attend to them right away, right? Because minutes count.
Yeah, and you're talking about sensory deprivation, not deprivation, like
sensory deprivation.
Sensory deprivation. That's an important part to note.
Yeah, so we're going to put a sensory deprivation tank here. We're also doing photobiomodulation. We're going to do lymphatic drainage systems, right? And we're going to create an entire wellness program because, with my son, right, we see the alternative healing really, really worked for him. Heal was a company that we started like two years ago. The meaning to me meant a lot because, I was in real estate my entire life. I wanted to be able to make a difference in the world because I had a mission. I saw my son struggling. He's disabled. He has a rare chromosome disorder. I saw sick kids basically telling us that, there's only been 7 cases in history. There's nothing that they could do for him. At this point, they're saying that just watch it. Just see what's going to happen. So, as a father, I wasn't going to let that laying down. I wanted to go out there and explore and search for alternative healing. Those alternative healing, I started seeing massive changes in transformation in my son. And so then when I saw that, I kind of made a promise to God that I want to be able to make a difference in other people's lives.
So far you met with the town, you met with the city, you met with the architects, the planners, development. Who else did you meet with?
We actually hired,
crew?
So because we believe in building community, we hired a local interior designer. We've already spoken to the entire building staff. We've already spoken to municipality, right? And everybody is supportive of this project. This property is actually on their main strip, and it was like, you could tell it wasn't looked after. We have the before photos, right? It was mold everywhere. Yeah. It was mold. Everything was falling apart. And the most unbelievable thing was that 4 people were actually living here. People were still living here during that time. Yeah. And so when I went in, I was like, I can't have this. Like we were given this opportunity. We bought this place for a steal. It's a gift. And when you're presented with this gift, right, you have to be able to use your talents and build your team around it, which has the same energies to make something, beautiful and sustainable and make an impact in the community.
Okay, so let's talk real estate. So how many beds we're gonna have here again?
77 beds.
77, that's it.
45 baths, but today we actually just made the decision that we're gonna blow out this entire top floor, and we're gonna expand out. We should be able to get an additional 15 rooms.
Nice.
And potentially another 22 beds because we're going to be sharing some of the beds.
Okay, so
sharing some of the rooms.
That's like 99 beds.
We're gonna hit the 100 mark.
Nice, and that's so we're gonna do above the ground parking thing, or go above parking, or we're gonna
So the thing is, we have to be able to support the weight of every floor, and now I think it's called KPIs, right? Yeah. And so now we have to see whether or not we have to expand our footings. Yeah. More than likely, we're gonna have to expand our footings, right? We're gonna get our engineer up here. We're gonna do the reports. So we just have to do calculations to see how big the room sizes are, so we can get double occupancy per room.
That's awesome. We're going to transform the lives of 77 to 100-ish families, not even just people, families, because they got kids and people that love ones as well too. This will be a big transformation, man. I'm excited for it.
This is our first,
Yeah.
and we hope to have many. So we got to be able to execute this properly.
Cool.
So we're taking the time to be able to think this thing through and make sure that we're doing everything properly.
Cool, man. It's exciting. It's exciting, man.